How would a drill sergeant respond to a recruit who genuinely couldn't stop crying? It started during morning PT. We're doing push-ups when I hear this weird choking sound. Look over and Jake's face is streaming with tears while he's cranking out perfect form push-ups. Not slowing down, not stopping, just crying silently. Drill Sergeant Davis notices immediately. Miller, what's your malfunction? You got something to say? Jake keeps doing push-ups, tears dripping onto the asphalt. No, Drill Sergeant, just allergies, Drill Sergeant, but it wasn't allergies. The crying continued through chow, through weapons training, through every single activity. Jake would be standing at attention, tears rolling down his face, but following every order perfectly. Davis tried everything, extra push-ups, screaming matches, public humiliation. Nothing worked. The crying just wouldn't stop. Other recruits started getting uncomfortable. Some thought Jake was faking it for attention. By day 3 of non-stop tears, Davis was losing his mind. He pulled Jake aside after evening chow. Miller, I've been a drill instructor for 12 years. I've seen homesick kids, scared kids, angry kids, but I've never seen anything like this. Jake stood at attention, still crying. Sorry, Drill Sergeant, I can't make it stop. I'm trying, Drill Sergeant. Davis stared at him for a long moment, then did something none of us expected. Sit down, son. Just sit. Jake sat on the bench outside the mess hall, still crying. Davis sat next to him, not as a drill instructor, but like a regular person. Talk to me. What's really going on? That's when the truth came out. Jake's little brother had died in a car accident 2 days before shipping to basic training. 8 years old. Jake had been his guardian since their parents died when Jake was 17. The funeral was the day before I left for Georgia. I couldn't postpone basic training or I'd lose my slot. Had to choose between burying my brother and starting my military career. I chose the military. Left my brother's funeral early to catch the bus. Haven't had time to grieve. Every time I try to stop crying, I see his face. Davis sat there for 10 minutes, not saying anything, just letting Jake cry. Finally, he pulled out his phone, made a call we couldn't hear from where we were watching through the window. Next morning, Davis called formation. Miller, front and center. Jake marched up, eyes still red but trying to hold it together. Pack your gear. You're going home for a week. Emergency leave approved retroactively. There's a flight leaving in 4 hours. Jake's face crumpled with relief. Thank you, Drill Sergeant. How did you? Don't worry about it. Go say goodbye to your brother properly. When you come back, we'll start over. Jake left that afternoon. Davis never mentioned it again, but we all knew he'd pulled serious strings to make that happen. Emergency leave during basic training was almost impossible to get. Jake returned 7 days later. Still quiet, still sad, but the uncontrollable crying had stopped. He graduated with our class and went on to become a medic. 10 years later, Jake sent Davis a letter. He'd just finished medical school using his GI Bill benefits. Became a pediatric doctor. The letter included a photo of Jake in his white coat standing next to a small memorial plaque dedicated to his brother. Davis kept that letter pinned to his office wall until he retired. Never talked about it, but every recruit who came through could see it. Right next to his awards and commendations was a simple thank you note from a former student who'd learned that sometimes the strongest thing you can do is ask for help. Jake now runs a grief counseling program for military families. His business cards have a simple message printed on the back. It's okay to cry. It's not okay to suffer alone.